FIRECREWS were last night called out to several incidents of flooding as heavy rain lashed East Lancashire. Drivers were warned to take care in appalling weather conditions. Darwen, Rossendale and Hyndburn were all hit by standing surface water blocked drains, inundated basements and ground floors and watercourses breaching their banks. Firefighters were called to several incidents where property was flooded or threatened by floodwater. Police and fire officers warned drivers to take care on the roads. On Saturday night, the A666 Blackburn Road in Darwen was closed for around 90 minutes for surface water flooding from 6:30 p.m. near the town centre. Duckworth Street was also affected, while Clough Street was also flooded after the River Darwen overflowed its banks. A fire engine from Rawtenstall attended a flooding incident which was threatening between 15 to 20 properties in Olive Terrace in the town. Firefighters were able to relieve the floodwaters using a pump. Crews were in attendance approximately 50 minutes. At 6:45 p.m. a fire crew from Burnley was sent to pump out the basement of the commercial public house in Lum. Customers were unaffected by the operation, which took 3 hours. At 6:45 p.m. an appliance from Backup Fire Station was sent to Old Meadow Farm on Dog Pits Lane in Weir after a stream burst its banks. At 6:40 p.m. a crew from Haslingden was dispatched to Thornfield Avene in Waterfoot after ground floor flat became inundated with water, but no one was injured. A crew from Rawtenstall Fire Station were also sent out to flooding in Blackburn Road, Haslingden, which left the highway close to impassable. An Environment Agency alert was also put out about flooding making Water Street, Crawshaw Booth dangerous for motorists. There were also incidents yesterday evening involving property flooding in Meadow Park, Irwell Vale, Haslingden, Todmorden Road, Backup Burnley Road East and Backup Road, Rawtenstall and Stubby Lee Bridge in Backup. At the Irwell Vale incident, firefighters set up a light portable pump and a major pump to assist with removing the floodwaters from the affected properties. Lighting equipment and small hand tools were also in use. At 10:09 p.m. last night, firefighters from Padiham were called to a house in Hazel Street, Rising Bridge, which was being severely affected by flooding. A Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service spokesman said when they arrived they found that the cellar of the property was flooding. Crews assisted by pumping water out of the cellar using a mini pump. The occupiers were advised to contact an electrician in case the flood waters had affected the electrics. Crews were in attendance approximately 1.5 hours. Earlier yesterday evening at 5:41 p.m. firefighters from Hyndburn Station were called to flooding affecting the electrics of a domestic property. The fire service spokesman said the water was entering the property due to blocked drains on the highway. Firefighters attempted to clear the drain and also used a pump to relieve the water level affecting the property. They were at the scene approximately 1 hour. Inspector Mick Johnson, of Blackburn's Greenbank Police Headquarters, said of the problems in Darwen, police, fire crew and staff from the Environment Agency and the Borough Council were called out to flooding in Darwen around 6:30 p.m. The A666 Blackburn was closed for around 90 minutes. Duckworth Street was also affected by surface water and Clough Street affected after the River Darwen overflowed. The water has since subsided. The fire service also received reports of minor flooding in Irby and Blacko which did not require its attendance. There were no reports yesterday of injuries or major damage.